Greetings, fellow traveler of this uncertain world. You are strong. You are intelligent. There burns within you a restless energy that will not be quenched by small ambitions nor satisfied by trivial victories. You seek to ascend, to achieve, to rise above the common fray and claim a place amongst those who leave a mark upon history. Yet before you embark upon your great endeavor, before your hand grasps the sword of destiny, allow me to transport you, if only in thought, across the veil of time and into the heart of a battlefield. Picture it well, the clash of steel, the thunder of cannon, the cries of the fallen and the triumphant alike. In such a theater, there are always victors and vanquished. And for those who fall, alas, a second chance is seldom granted. Death is final. In the game of war, a single misstep may hurl the most valiant into oblivion. One roll of the dice, one errant calculation, and all is lost. What folly, then, to wager one's fate as in a game of Russian roulette, spinning the cylinder in hope that fortune shall smile upon the reckless? Shall a man gamble with his life when the odds are but 1 in 6, or worse? The alternative. But now, let me draw back the curtain upon another world, one not of musket and saber, nor of fragile flesh against iron shells. Imagine instead a realm where you may walk with 9 lives. Yes, 9. Each supposed death therein is but a lesson, a sharpening of wit and will, a portal to another attempt. Where failure births not the coffin, but the crucible. Where defeat is not the tombstone of your ambition, but the stepping stone to future conquest. And in that world, believe me, there are those who win more often than others. Why? Have they struck some infernal bargain? Have they been gifted with luck beyond measure? No, my friend. Their power lies within. They have forged it through trials untold. They possess now what you may not yet have attained. The quality of persistence. It is not strength of arm nor swiftness of foot that marks them, but persistence. The iron resolve to stand when others flee. The willingness to endure 1 failure, 2, 5, or even 8, knowing that so long as life remains, victory remains possible. And this, above all, must you understand: if you are faint of heart, if you would abandon the field at the first sting of loss, then turn back now. This is not your path. Seek the comfortable chair, the pleasant fiction that life need not demand the utmost of a man. But if there burns within you a genuine hunger, if the call to triumph is louder than the fear of failure, then steel yourself. Prepare to test your strength, your faculties, and the boldness of your mind. Perhaps you hold some fixed belief that certain contests cannot be won, that the proverbial casino cannot be beaten. If that is your creed, then by all means, clutch it tightly. Guard it as a fox guards her denial of the unreachable grapes. For we, the architects of victory, labor not for such as these. We labor for the ones who dare. Who understand that all systems, yes, even the most seemingly impenetrable, contain patterns, faults, and opportunities unseen to the casual eye. And though many who enter the arena do so blinded by hope alone, those who endure, who learn, and who adapt, they become something else entirely. They become strategists. Recall the men of past centuries who first looked upon the heavens. To their contemporaries, the stars were fixed jewels, beyond reach, beyond reason. But to the mind trained in analysis, in the cold and relentless application of thought, those stars became maps. And the heavens themselves, once the domain of the divine alone, yielded to human understanding. Such is the mind required here. You must become as the early physicists, the intrepid explorers of new realms. You must question every law, every pattern, every convention. Test them. Break them if you can. And if you cannot, bend them to your purpose. But if you should say, the house always wins, then you have already placed the chain around your own neck. And those who accept defeat before the contest has begun are of no use to us. Let us return to our battlefield, but with new eyes. For now it is not a field of flesh and blood, but a domain of probabilities, of data, of strategies woven from both art and science. Here, the cannon is replaced by calculation, the sword by simulation, the scout by statistics. Yet the principles of war remain. There is ground to be taken, ground to be lost. There are ambushes and deceptions. And above all, there is the truth that only the persistent prevail. You will enter this field with the full expectation of loss. It will come. It must come. For without it, there is no growth. But here, unlike the brutal soil of Waterloo or Gettysburg, each loss is not an end. It is but the shedding of a skin, the forging of a stronger blade, and with each iteration, each of your 9 lives, you grow wiser. This is a doctrine of iteration, my friend. A philosophy that demands you abandon the childish notion of instant mastery. Here, progress is wrought in cycles, each more refined than the last. The first battle may end in ignoble rout. So be it. Record it. Study it. The second, perhaps, shall show improvement. The third may flirt with success. And by the 7th or 8th, you may well stand amongst the few who understand the deeper game. And those who persist to the 9th. They may become legends. Yet beware, the greatest enemy you face is not some external force, but the whisper within. The voice that says, enough. You have failed too many times. This is not for you. Understand that this voice is a liar. It is the echo of the world's mediocrity, seeking to draw you back into the fold of the comfortable and the common. It would have you trade your sword for a spoon, your fire for a blanket. If you heed it, you will become as the millions who watch life from the sidelines, excusing their inaction with clever words. But if you silence it, if you press on despite its siren song, you will enter the ranks of those who shape destiny, not those who are shaped by it. Know this as well, you will not walk this path alone. Others have gone before you. And though each must fight their own battles, there exists a fellowship, a brotherhood and sisterhood of those who dare. They are not boastful, for they understand the cost of victory. They are not reckless, for they have tasted the bitterness of defeat. They are disciplined, analytical, resilient. If you would join their number, do so with humility and resolve. Leave behind the vanity of the novice who believes in luck alone. Embrace instead the endless labor of mastery. If you are content to remain as you are, to hold fast to beliefs that shield you from the challenge, then step aside. No harm shall befall you. The world needs its spectators as surely as it needs its players. But if you feel that spark, that dangerous yearning to test yourself against the limits of your own potential, then come. Enter the arena. Bring your mind, your courage, your ceaseless hunger. For here, in this place of 9 lives, victory is not a matter of chance, but of will. In the writings of ancient philosophers, there is a parable oft repeated: a man with a single arrow fears to loose it, a man with a quiver full shoots without hesitation, and in doing so learns the art of the bow. So too with you. Let not your first loss dissuade you. For you have 9 arrows, 9 lives, 9 chances to master this field. And beyond even that, understand, those who truly prevail cease to count their failures. For in the end, what matters is not how many times you fall, but whether you rise once more, eyes clear, hands steady, and heart unbroken.
If you have followed this message to its end, it speaks of your resolve, a spirit unbroken, prepared to fight until victory is won. You are a battle-hardened champion, the sort of which there are but few among thousands. And so, I offer you a reward worthy of such rare valor. The countless struggles you have endured are now inscribed into the very circuits of a machine, a creation born of human ingenuity, a robot that shall take your place upon the field of conflict. Armed with the wisdom of many victors and the spoils of triumphs past, it stands ready to ascend to the highest heights. And now, by following the link before you, you may claim this remarkable ally as your own.